Just a brief tribute to somebody who's been a really good friend and helpful to the cause of liberty in the media, getting the story right. A fellow by the name of Joe Hagmann. He's been somebody he's helped me personally, and also I think it's fair to say United Assyrian Appeal, Sargis Sangari, its founder, and I as co-founder. Joe Hagmann passed away recently, tragically, at only 36 years of age. Happened on the 29th of June. Leaves behind a beautiful young family, a widow, and a child to be born. Doug Hagmann, of course, is devastated. I did a previous little tribute, but truth be told, I need to include United Assyrian Appeal because back, approximately 2 years ago, the Hagmanns, Doug and Joe, and John Robertson, helped us to have a kind of a radiothon, a telethon, to highlight the plight of Christians, Assyrian Christians, particularly in the Mideast, and especially in Iraq, fighting Islamic State. We founded United Assyrian Appeal to help the military families of those standing up, standing tall against ISIS in the cradle of Western civilization, which is the Mideast. And particularly, of course, the Christian community in Iraq that has been decimated by the onslaught of Islamic terrorism. So Joe unstintingly has helped many people, and he helped United Assyrian Appeal, as well as his father Doug Hagmann and others, with this great cause. And at this time, when the Hagmanns and the Hagmann Report is suffering so much for the egregious loss of Doug's son Joseph, we'd like to say condolences to you. May your son rest in peace. Godspeed to Joe Hagmann. May many take up the mantle fighting fake news. And I think that's safe to say what Joe Hagmann, a consummate newsman who really knew the facts very, very well. He had a passion, a real dedication to learning about what was going on in our country. That is rare today. Many people in the media, unfortunately, what they do so often is they get more deeply involved with the talking points, partisan talking points. They just divide the country instead of trying to get to the bottom line about what's really happening in the events of the day. Current news is something that is for those who are not a faint of heart, but who are driven by a search for the truth. I think that is a good way to sum up Joe Hagmann and his pursuit of so many stories that were distorted by the mainstream media. I also like to add a personal note. Joe, as well as his dad and John Robertson, helped me when my son Nicholas, 17 years old, decided he wanted to go to the United States and be a U.S. Marine. He's enlisted. He passed Parris Island, had some injuries, but the Hagmann Report let us have a little interview and helped us raise some money to be able to send him from Peru to the United States. Kind of a little bit special because he was, his mother had passed away. He was a minor, and getting him to the States to be able to enlist at 17 wasn't that easy, and it took some significant expense for the family. The Hagmann Report very kindly offered to help me out and help out my family, and Nicholas is now a proud U.S. Marine, past Parris Island. Now he's studying specialty and learning a lot, and we're very grateful to Hagmann Report. Joe unstintingly asked those in the community to help with Nick's GoFundMe. We are deeply appreciative of that. And again, we ask the world, especially the Hagmann Report fans, to pray for Joe's young family. Pray for Doug Hagmann. It's very difficult to lose a child. It's tough to lose a spouse. It's devastating to lose a child. And so we grieve with you, Doug Hagmann and the Hagmann family. God bless you all. Godspeed. And may Joe Hagmann rest in peace. Thank you, brothers and sisters.